We are back with another episode of the Santa Boot First podcast. It's been a while. We are here to talk about goats, conspiracy theories, and probably a little Flyers and Sixers, and some Phils, and definitely some Eagles.
Yeah. Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Hang out. We're here talking goats.
Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of the Santa Boot First podcast. Coming to you, bless you, live on this beautiful Thursday evening from the Northeast Pole and the Santa Sweaty Sack Studio. This is your bartender for the evening, Jim Marcus, to my left. Bless you. Go ahead, get it out, kid. Brody Marcus, what's up?
What's up?
To his left, the elder statesman, Donald Kennedy. Deke Martin,
What's going on, James?
good evening, sir.
Good evening.
To his left, it's a row of Martins. The youngest Martin, Andrew Martin. It's a hell of a t-shirt wearing.
Thank you.
To his left, we have, I guess you're the middle Martin, right?
I would guess, right?
Yeah,
if
I
we're
guess
going
so.
in order.
The Don, DJ Martin.
Good evening.
DJ. But not behind the glass, but behind the camera. We got Nate Money Moss keeping us live and on the air. There he goes. All right, folks, it's been a while since we were here. We had vacations. We had just a graduation. What else? We missed some things. Summer's here.
Yeah. I think that's it. Vacations, graduation. I think.
Somebody was in Vegas, right? We missed.
Yeah, so that's right. Somebody was in Vegas. That's a vacation.
Yeah. So, but we are back, and it is kind of a quiet season. But we had some things that happened while we were gone. Right? We had an NHL draft, we had an NBA draft, we had NBA free agency. Training camp has not started yet. We had an All-Star game. We had Phillies making a run, and Phillies taking a little fall. But looking good going into the All-Star break. But we wanted to start before I continue. Thank our sponsor. The TV reminded me. Mama Mia's Pizzeria. Thank you to Mama Mia's. Some fine pizzas tonight. Always the plain. We had a crispy chicken and bacon square. That was nice. It's a nice item. And a buffalo chicken pie, barbecue wings. And it is National Friday. Not to take away from Mama Mia's, but we are eating some crab fries here. So if you hear chewing into the mic, we apologize. All right. So we wanted to talk tonight about goats. Oh,
Every
the
week with this
goats.
guy.
This guy. Every time. Act like you've done it before, brother. Act like you've been here before. Every sport has its goat. Some might be debatable, but who is the goat of all goats? We're going to stick to the major four. I know
Yes.
if Smitty were here, he'd be
Please.
asking about soccer, and he'd be throwing Michael Phelps out, and
What about Joey
Michelle
Chestnut?
Kwan, and Joey Chestnut.
Yes.
Not an athlete.
He is that.
No,
you
he's
go
not.
eat 70 hot dogs.
You don't have to be athletic
Yeah,
to
you
eat
do.
70
Okay,
hot
go
dogs.
eat
No, you
70
don't.
hot dogs then.
I'm not going to eat.
Because you're not athletic enough.
Not even close.
Okay.
You got to
It's
train.
just a heater.
Takes training.
You're playing against other people.
So
Against
there's
the
no
time.
defense.
There's a
There's
clock.
no defense.
That's a different argument.
Yeah, the
It's not
storm.
a sport.
Hold up.
It's not a sport.
The weather.
But you could say he's an athlete.
The weather this year, he came back out and uncanceled the canceled event. That's
Have you ever seen him throw, catch, hit?
I've seen him swallow some glizzies,
Exactly.
and he's
But you haven't seen him
incredible.
throw, catch, or
It
hit.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. You got to do those things to be an athlete.
Do hockey players
If-
throw, catch, and hit?
If his competition could come over and like slap the hot dogs
He
or
he,
smack him
he
in the
fought
face,
against a
I did
protester
see that. That
last
was
year.
last year.
Yeah.
I mean, there's defense there. He put him in a headlock
Oh,
and
stop.
threw him down.
His own teeth can be defense sometimes. His
But-
gag
Yeah.
reflex could be defense.
I mean, if you're shoving that many glizzies down your
Okay.
throat, you would think like
Remember the wing bowl?
I never been, but I.
You ever see some of the guys that participated in the wing bowl?
Yeah, athletes.
No, I'm talking about Heavy
You say
Kevy
all this,
and
but
Hank the Tank.
you
and-
say all this, but you could never do anything they did, and you're calling them unathletic. That's athletic.
but I can throw a ball. I can hit a ball.
Are you good
I
at
can
it?
shoot a basketball.
Can you eat 70 hot dogs?
No, I can't eat 70
Can you
hot
eat
dogs in 10 minutes.
However many wings they ate in however much
No,
time?
but I can do things
Then
that they may
criticize.
not be able to do. You don't have to be an athlete or athletic to eat a lot of food quickly.
I beg to differ.
Well,
How many hot dogs?
You're
do you
wrong.
eat?
Then eat all this. Then eat all these fries.
in one sitting, in 10 minutes,
I'm saying like 10.
I'm going to do at least 5.
That's
10 minutes.
That's rookie number.
that's
Gun
a
to my
minute
head,
for Joey Chestnut.
I might get 4 hot dogs down. in 10
I
minutes.
couldn't do.
I
We
might.
we did a $1 dog night in my fantasy league one year, and our goal was to get 69 hot dogs as a group. We didn't get to like 40. We got like 32 maybe, and there was 9 of us there that night. I got like 2.5. I
Was
couldn't get it.
69 just an arbitrary number?
It was a
No,
little bit of
no
thought.
purpose behind
There
that?
was,
math
there was a little bit of thought. We figured, math on between that many guys. We just came to 69.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
but yeah, we couldn't even get close to it. So the fact that he does it in 10 minutes is incredible.
Doesn't make you an
He
athlete.
does it year after year.
That's disgraceful or
Is
disrespectful
it? I don't
to
know about that.
true athletes.
He's an American too because he
He's an American.
he puts on every 4th of July.
No.
He puts on. So
Stop.
I think it's just
They got a president every year.
he does.
Nate,
he puts on for his country.
Nate, you participated in high level athletics. Do
Are
you
you
have to be an
offended?
athlete? Do you have to be an athlete? Do you have to be an athlete to be able to eat a shit ton of hot dogs in a little bit of time?
Arguments that he has to train for it.
Al Wingador used to eat the frozen
Yeah, it's
Tootsie
the Tootsie Rolls. I get it. That's
Thank you.
not train. I mean, that's not training for an athletic event. Thank you. Thank you.
Dude, you have to expand your stomach. You have to expand
That
your
doesn't make you an athlete.
It's called the Major League Eating.
Ah.
Like, it's a league.
Thank you, Nate. You answered my
Nick
question.
leading up to it, he's like, all right, Friday I'm going to eat 40. I'm gonna eat 40 dogs. Wednesday's a day off, I'm only going to eat 12.
Oh, you
Right?
And then July 4th, he just all out.
Now, what cracks me up is, when
soak a bun in water and then just inhale it.
That's just nasty.
yeah, that is nasty. That is really nasty. What cracks me up is a lot of times after they're done, they get interviewed. So, what are your plans for? Yeah, I'm going to go get some lunch. It's like, what? You just devoured how many hot dogs?
How about the Black Widow? Remember her?
Yes,
She was impressive.
Sonya.
She was like a 90-pound Asian woman. that
5
would
foot tall.
crush food.
Yes.
She was unbelievable.
Yes,
Yeah,
I remember. that.
I don't
Big
know that I'm
leg
going to
chunks.
argue with DJ here. I think it
He
takes
should
a
be
little
in the
bit of
discussion.
athletic skill.
He should
We-
be in the
We
discussion.
asked the only one and true athlete in the room, and he said, no, he's not an athlete.
Hey, in my prime, I mean.
Brody
and
saw
that
up and
hurts for
coming,
me to say.
but he
All right, Brody, what's your opinion?
He's a two-way.
I think he's an athlete.
thank you, Brody.
Ah,
Thank you, Brody.
He's won, what is it, 16 times?
Yes.
17 years?
And he
Doesn't make him an athlete.
he
You're just sucking up to your dad.
he defeated Kobayashi too. Kobayashi was like the big thing, and then he came out and he was
Doesn't
like,
make him an athlete.
"Yes, it
Can he run a
does.
marathon?
He might be able to. I don't
I
know.
know, I don't
That's
think
not
it's
his
different.
It's a
profession.
different type of athlete, though.
No. An
CC,
athlete,
is CC Sabathia running a marathon?
Good
No.
point.
You
but he
can't
can
use that.
throw. But he can throw.
Okay, and
And
Joey
he
can
can
eat.
catch.
Can he
And
ice
he can
skate?
probably hit.
Can he ice skate?
Who?
CC Sabathia.
I don't know. I've
That's
never
a
seen
sport,
him.
right?
I've never
Hockey?
seen him.
Yeah, that's
Did he
true.
slim down?
He lost a lot of weight, so he's not eating anymore. So he might have
Yeah.
put that
Have you
out.
seen Todd Herman's? Not to continue to go off the
No.
rails. Since he's left the Eagles,
Was he big or slim?
no, he is slim. Almost to
Really?
the point where, like,
A lot of
is he
guys like
sick?
that.
Like,
Joe Thomas.
slim.
You ever see
Yeah,
Joe
Thomas has gone
yeah.
thin.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of those big guys, they just shrink away.
Who?
Russell Okuna.
Oh,
I haven't
Russell
seen him in a
Okung.
while.
Yeah, he lost
Is
like
he?
212 pounds or something. He's insane.
That dude,
40 to 80 water fast.
Yeah.
who was the dude
Get
that
that.
John Crichton got? That was on the Redskins and the Cowboys.
Oh, Brandon
Oh,
Noble.
Brandon
yeah.
Noble, yeah.
Yeah, he was a lot thinner when he played.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. There was like
Yeah.
the
He was never a big guy, though, Mathis. Like, he was big, but he was a smaller guy for, like, an offensive lineman because they were all about speed. And Yeah, I think he was a guard. Yeah,
There was a
yeah.
guy. There was a Giants lineman. I think he did ESPN for a little. David Deal.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
he looked.
And
really
Sean
slim.
O'Hara too.
Yeah,
he's on
yeah.
NFL Network. He was another
Yeah,
chunk
they
with it.
lost a ton of weight too.
Yeah.
That and
No more
they
juicing?
stop eating
'Cause, yeah, you
15,000
don't have
calories
to-
a day.
Yes,
Yes, absolutely.
Lane Johnson did it and turned into the best right tackle in
Right?
the league. Yeah,
You know what he was in the league for 50 million, would you shout it down, Neil?
absolutely.
Is Joey Chestnut juicing?
Oh, well, then they piss test them. I think.
Do they?
Are
I
you
think so.
serious?
I think so.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a league, like it's a major league eating league or something.
Yeah, but what are you gonna? Like,
if you're
what drug are you gonna take to help you chew faster?
Yeah,
Weed?
what makes your metabolism?
No, weed
Well,
may- well, no, it'll
the
slow you
hunger-
down. It might make you hungry, but it'll slow you down.
He says he does a liquid diet after after he eats and before he eats, he does a liquid diet for like a week, before and after.
Dude, I'd hate to be his bathroom.
Seriously. I'd hate
Yeah.
to
That's going right.
No, and
be,
you
I'd hate to be a sphincter.
you think he has like a throne as his toilet when he gets home? Like I would
Maybe.
if I was Joey Chestnut, I'd be like, coming home, baby. Here's my throne.
Like the one we saw in
Yeah.
Nashville.
I would think. But yeah, I think Joey Chestnut should be
You
in
think
the
should be in
go.
the conversation?
When you're talking about it, I think he should be up there.
All right. Well, let's get to real sports.
And real athletes.
Is there an argument for hockey? Who the greatest of all time is? Is there?
Who?
No, I'm saying
Other than
other
Wayne
than the
Gretzky.
great one.
Who
you
would it be?
argue anybody's?
Nah.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody?
I don't have any. Maybe goals.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe a record.
goals or something like
Maybe
that.
season. Nah, he's
No.
I don't
Gotta
think
give him
anybody's
time, but I
close.
don't.
No.
I don't see any of his records.
Mario Lemieux is the only one you could
Who was his?
possibly
Who was
compare.
the teammate he was with?
Yager.
No,
Yager.
Curry,
Who was-
Mark Messier.
Who was Messier? He was a big one too, right? He was like the second goat.
Yeah.
No,
No, Messier was a beast.
If you talking back then, it was Gretzky and Lemieux were the top guys.
Lemieux
in the
was
league
the
at the time.
Penguins and-
Yeah,
Yes, but
yeah.
Messier was
Messier was
probably
good,
top
but-
5.
How many Stanley Cups did Lemieux win?
4.
The
Was it
Penguins
4?
won 4 with him, or was he on other teams?
No,
No,
he was always a
Penguins.
Penguin.
That's
He
crazy.
missed a couple years.
You know,
'cause
it's
he got
crazy.
cancer.
When I think of hockey, I think of like the Red Wings, the Bruins, the Rangers, like historical. But like the Penguins, I feel like it's so forgotten about, but they're like
Yeah,
a top
they're-
5
gotta be up there,
franchise
'cause that-
ever. For hockey.
Saying Crosby won a couple.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't think of them as a big market for hockey, and they're just top 5 ever,
And
probably.
they almost lost their team because of that.
Yeah, yeah.
You had to sweep in
Right.
and save the team.
Yeah.
and
That's
buy
right.
them,
He
be a
bought the
part
team.
owner of
That's-
the team,
that is
whatever.
I remember. I do remember hearing about that. In like
In hockey?
that are-
any sports. Well, Brady just retired. Brady retired. Crosby's still around.
That is still playing?
Ovechkin.
A legend that is still playing or just still alive?
Ovechkin, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Ovechkin, Crosby,
May-
LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron's a good one.
I think
Yeah.
Brady, you got to say Brady.
Well,
right?
he's retired though.
Still,
I was gonna
yeah,
say
yeah,
Brady,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
but he
yeah,
just
yeah,
retired.
I think Brady plays somewhere this year.
Otani.
Is Otani a legend?
Yeah,
yet?
but he's not a legend yet. He's too young.
He's getting there. But who'd you say? Rogers?
Whose kid are you?
See,
Whose
He
kid are
he
you?
doesn't agree
I
with me.
never had.
What?
No.
Look at
He's
Nate.
got 3 MVPs. 4. How's he not a legend?
He's got.
But he's got 4 MVPs.
He might have the most talent ever of a quarterback.
If Rogers is a legend, and so is Joey Chestnut.
Yes, I agree, man. Let's go.
I mean, he probably.
Because you got to separate Hall of Fame great players and like there's another tier higher than that. And there's not many.
Trout. Maybe.
Eh, nah,
I mean, you could have maybe said A-Rod or Jeter, but they're both gone,
they're
right?
gone.
Like still playing active. Who's the tennis guy? I forget.
Better?
No.
The dog?
The
Yo,
Joker.
Serena
No,
Williams?
who's the dude? No,
who was it?
Serena.
Serena
I mean, Serena
Williams?
might not be a bad one.
Yeah,
Did she
She's
retire?
retired.
Damn,
Yeah.
everybody's
It's the
getting
dude
old.
from Croatia.
Is her sister still playing?
Nah, she's-
Venus. She just
Is Venus still playing? I thought she.
Yeah.
Venus was
Who's it, dude?
legendary until Serena started coming on.
Beating her.
Right, right, exactly. No, you're right. That's exactly right.
Who's the dude from Croatia that plays tennis?
I said Djokovic. It's not Djokovic. Is that his name?
No.
Him or Nadal, they're the only two that I know are
Is it Djokovic? That's not his name.
The one guy that just retired, Federer, right? You said.
Or the dude from Spain. There's a dude from Spain.
I feel like the names are the same.
It's Djokovic, I think.
Look it up. Look it up, DJ.
But no, but that's,
Man,
like, that's a legend. Right? That's what
I don't follow.
What about
tennis
like
enough to
boxing?
know.
Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, it's hard for you.
Floyd.
I think Brody may be right. Rogers is the closest. I'm not calling Rogers a
Floyd
legend,
Mayweather.
but I'm
You have
not.
Floyd Mayweather still doing fights. I mean, they're
Conor
they're
McGregor?
terrible fights, but no, he ain't a legend.
No.
I mean, he put
Conor?
He could have
UFC.
been.
He put UFC on the map.
Yeah, yeah.
He changed trash
He brought
talking
all
and
that,
hyping
yeah.
up fights. He was like Ali with hyping up fights.
Conor was like the Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to think of boxers and fighters. I can't really think of that besides Mayweather.
Fury's.
Really?
Is he a legend?
Who's his next fight? Did you see that? They just announced. That's stupid.
You see him, McGregor?
Yeah, he's gonna make bank.
He's gonna make bang,
Yeah, and it's
But that's the
Mascot?
Conor McGregor effect,
right.
right?
Yeah,
That only happens because of Conor.
yeah. It's
Football is tough for you.
football is tough. I don't. Besides Brady, I can't think of any. Maybe Rodgers. Yeah,
Would you say Aaron Donald is a legend?
he's up there. He could be one of the best.
I'm trying to think any of the
defensive players.
receivers, like these guys that are at the top of the game right now, are all young. You'd say Donald?
Yeah, he's insane.
One of the best ever.
Yeah, I can't believe I had one and I lost him. I guess he's not that much of a legend.
Yeah, Donald's probably the
Damn, I can't. I had him too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
that's a
it's
good
all,
one.
It's
All
all
right.
part of the conversation, right? So, hockey, we got Gretzky.
Did we say Crosby? We said Crosby, right? A legend.
Yeah.
My watch is talking.
You're a
to me.
secret
Dick
agent?
Tracy, Dick Tracy.
We need to call you James Bond.
Is that Basil?
Where we go next? Basketball. I know basketball.
Well, who's
will
the
bring
goats of
up a
goats?
gate- a
Gretzky.
debate. No, Gretzky. Well, I'm going to go through.
We're
each
establishing the goats
sport. For each
first.
sport, then we
Oh,
want
and then
sorry. I got
Determine
you,
who
got
the
you.
So
best
we're
is.
saying
of
So
that
that.
hockey
Gretzky-
is Gretzky.
I think.
Right.
I don't think we.
There's
can,
no argument.
No.
No.
basketball next.
LeBron.
Mike LeBron.
I'll go Jordan because I
Kobe.
know that's the
Adam
fate.
Sandler. I think it's like a 1A, 1B.
There can't
It's-
be no 1A, 1B.
I'll
It's
go
gotta be
Jordan because I know
Will.
I won't win this argument.
It's Will. It's Will.
Will.
You're out.
It's Wilt,
You're out,
everybody else is playing for
You're
second.
outnumbered here. I'm outnumbered with LeBron.
Bill Russell.
Check the record book. It's Will.
Check the record book for rings. Russell.
It's,
I'm going
it's,
with MJ.
It's Jordan.
If I have to pick between Jordan and LeBron, it's Jordan. But it's Will.
All right, whatever. Jordan for basketball.
All right.
Jim Brown for lacrosse. He just popped up on the screen.
Lacrosse. Let's
It's
go.
on a force.
That's the goats are flipping through there. Some of them I had in mind. So let's go to baseball next.
Babe.
Because I think baseball is it Babe?
I always thought it was Babe. Willie Mays or Babe, I would say. Babe
Ted
Ruth.
Williams,
Ted Williams.
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson. I mean, how long was he actually in professional?
He didn't play.
He played what?
He didn't play
8
a
years?
really long
It was
year
a good
or
hit.
career.
And the actor, what the heck's his name? He just passed away.
Chadwick.
Yeah, he had cancer the whole time during it. It's insane. Yeah.
My first instinct is to say Babe. But you have to throw Willie Mays into the mix. I think Willie Mays was better than Hank.
Well, you don't think
a
of
better
Hank Aaron
overall player.
as a fielder.
I think he's better.
Willie Mays
you know,
was all around, you know.
Willie Mays is a better fielder. I think.
Barry
I mean,
Bonds, you got there. You got,
I didn't.
hey, you got
No,
Hank Aaron,
no,
you
no.
got-
Stop it right
you
there
got,
with Barry Bonds. No,
He was on pace.
No.
To have the best
No.
career ever.
no.
Before the steroids.
And that's the thing.
He
He
didn't
was
need the
going to the
steroids.
hall before he started doing
Tim-
steroids.
Look at his numbers pre-steroids. It's one of the best careers ever.
Yeah, but no, I'm not going with Barry.
Tim
McGuire.
McGuire.
Yeah. Nah, he's not.
Pujols? You mean Pujols?
Oh, Pujols? I would put Pujols above McGuire, but I don't think
Yeah.
either of them are.
Yeah.
Mike
No.
Piazza?
No.
Nah.
He's in the Hall
Put
of
him in the
Fame.
penalty box.
He's in the Hall of Fame,
I'm just throwing names out
but
there now.
he's not. Johnny Bench is a better catcher. Pug Rodriguez is a better catcher. Yachty's a better catcher.
Yachty.
Molina.
Lil Yachty?
Yeah. Yogi Berra. Roy Campaneris was a better catcher.
See, that's why, like, Babe, I don't know. Like, you know, he's got some
Mickey
records.
Mickey,
You know, he
Yeah.
played, he
Mickey
pitched,
Mantle?
and he played the field. He was a
Yeah.
hitter.
What about Mickey?
But
No, not Mickey Mantle.
I think
No.
Babe Ruth has the World Series records for hitting and pitching, right?
No. The dude from the Dodgers from Cherry Hill broke his
Mike
record.
Piazza?
No. broke
Well
his
played.
broke his World Series pitching record. No, not Roy Campagnolo. He was a catcher.
What about Cy Young?
He played in the 50s. No,
Your dad said that. I don't know what the hell that is.
Cy Young.
damn, who was the guy? Oral Hershiser. He broke Babe Ruth's World Series scoreless innings record in '88.
But Babe, I think, has the World Series hitting average record, right?
He might. I don't.
I
know
think
about
Utley
that.
has a home run record, tied for it.
tied
He's like
in a World Series
like 9, right? Or
5.
my dad
Fine.
makes a good point. My dad said Ted spent 4 years in the service, or he
He
would
did.
have all the records.
He did.
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 Who?
Ted was
No,
a
it
career
was,
400 hitter, right?
No, it was I think it wasn't it all 3 years in Korea and 2 years in World War II? I think.
I know a bunch of guys lost some numbers.
Oh, he said about 4 seasons. It might have been 5.
It was
Yeah.
there was a bunch of guys.
DiMaggio.
Mantle. A lot of Yankees guys because they were the top team.
Who's between?
Yeah.
Who you picking? Cy Young or Babe Ruth?
Well, Cy Young was just a pitcher. Although
Still
back in
has
his day, he still had a hit.
He's still.
Dick, what's your knowledge of the Negro League?
Hmm?
You know anything about the Negro League?
Satchel Paige.
Yeah, Satch Page.
That dude was
they
in.
didn't count those stats, though, when those-
Nah.
No,
No,
I
they didn't.
No.
but those I think those
Jack-
stats are in the Hall of Fame.
It's almost like Dr. J and ABA.
Right. No, they counted his ABA stats. Yes.
There's another one from the Negro League
Um,
I'm thinking of. Not
the-
Jackie Robinson. There's another one. besides
I don't
Satchel
think-
Paige.
I don't think the individual Negro Leagues stats counted for their career, but I think they might be if they're in the Hall of Fame. I think they're included in the Hall of Fame.
They probably are.
Yeah.
There's
And I just wonder what those numbers
Yeah.
are compared to-
But there are a number of players from the Negro Leagues that you would have to consider. I mean, Satchel Paige. Nah, he played in the major leagues.
Who's the other
He
one? that
played
came
for a
out there
couple
that's pretty
teams, I
big?
think, in the major leagues. I don't remember.
he was right.
I don't
Who's a
remember.
left- I think there's a lefty.
I remember that. What's that?
You ever see the movie Are We Done Yet? Or Are We There Yet with Ice Cube? He had that bobblehead of Satchel Paige. That's why I remember Satchel Paige. I mean, like, it's
I
a-
will.
He was one of the first ones
Yeah.
to be Orthodox lineman.
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
pitched like double headers all the time and like through complete game double
Yeah.
headers. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was. I don't want to say normal for back in those days, but it was.
Well, you also didn't.
It
have,
happened
they
more
didn't
than you think.
Every team didn't have 5 starters either.
No.
There wasn't enough
Pitchers went on
money
4 days
involved,
rest.
I feel like it's hard to name a pitcher.
From back then, it
Go.
is.
Just, I mean, because you
Oh,
Right,
yeah, you're not
right.
playing it every
Koufax,
day.
Right,
he didn't even
right.
come up with it, but
Yeah,
you can't.
Roger
Roger
Clemens.
Clemens,
No.
no.
He roided too.
I think
And
you
I-
need a
and
guy
I've-
that's hidden.
I've read.
No, he cheated. He was.
No,
He
he's not.
He's not gonna get in either.
He took steroids.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Him, McGuire.
Because they're all coming up on the like their end of their.
Yeah, the term on the
Yeah.
ballot.
Can they
Yeah.
still? Is that like the NFL though? Can you still get a veteran?
You can get a
You
can.
yeah,
Yeah.
Veteran
alumni
exception,
vote or
I
something.
I think it's a
yeah.
writers association vote in or something like that.
But honestly, no,
No.
Jeter wasn't even
No.
the best player on his team. A-Rod was.
Jeter was the best at the position at one point, but yeah,
Nah,
I mean,
I don't even know.
Eh,
At shortstop, A-Rod was a
Him and
better.
Garciaparra at the time.
A-Rod was a better shortstop than Jeter.
Best closer?
It's just that Jeter was too, or A-Rod was too big of a frame to
yeah, they
move
put him
that.
over. Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's the best closer in baseball?
Mariano
we're
Duncan.
talking, but we're talking goats, not
Mariano
positions.
Duncan. Mariano Rivera.
I think if baseball, it's for me, it's between Babe Ruth, Willie Mays, and Barry Bonds. I know Barry Bonds.
I'll go with two of those three.
I just say, I say Barry Bonds because if you look at his numbers pre-steroids, they were insane.
He
like
was getting there.
he was going
was-
into the Hall of Fame.
He was on his way to the Hall of
regardless-
Fame,
and he was on his way to maybe the best career ever as a player.
and he had to go screw it up.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
but he was insane. Nah, I don't think.
No.
I
He's
don't think
he
he's
might be in
allowed
the
to be in-
minors.
Is he allowed to be involved in the league?
I don't think so.
Maybe.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Maybe
is
in
a
the
good one,
minors.
but I don't know.
somebody.
Ken Griffey Jr. was actually better than his dad.
What about Pete Rose? I know he gets thrown
No.
out a lot.
He
but-
although he made an he was an all-star at every position but catcher, pitcher, and
outfield, somewhere in the outfield.
one or two of the
That's
positions in
actually
the outfield.
nuts. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
When you think about
Yeah.
that,
He was a great player.
he's just a scumbag.
He's a scumbag,
sleazeball.
and he doesn't
Outside
have
of the betting stuff.
he doesn't
yeah.
have the RBIs. He doesn't have the power numbers.
yeah. And that's a shame too. What the Phillies tried last year with
He
him.
should. He absolutely should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I've no beef with that.
We might bring up Pete in a conspiracy conversation.
Oh yeah. No, he bet against his team though.
His
he bet,
He
team.
bet while he was managing
Yeah.
and playing, right? Was that when he was a
Nah,
player
it was
manager?
manager.
It
That's
was
when
just a
he
manager because it was with the Reds, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he got caught. They
Yeah.
were in the playoffs, right? And he bet against them or something.
He
4
came here in
years.
'79.
4
He was
years,
on the
right?
'83 team. I think he.
83 team won, right?
No, the
they
80
lost
team.
to Baltimore.
He was on the 80 team.
He was on the '80 team. His first year here was '79. He was here till at least '83, and I think he was here in '84, but I'm not positive.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was part of the big red machine.
He was probably the top free agent when he signed here in '79.
They didn't have free agency
Yes,
back
they
then.
did. Yeah.
Oh.
That's what split up the Oakland A's.
All right, is he the first big free agent signing?
He's got.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
up there.
Yeah, because free agency just started in baseball.
What
and
about-
I think baseball was the first sport to have free agency.
Is Dr. J?
and that was in the mid '70s,
Is Dr.
and
J?
that's what split up the Oakland A's. The Oakland A's were a dynasty. They won 3 World Series in a row in the early to mid '70s, and then Catfish Hunter left, Reggie Jackson left.
It's over.
A
Such
couple,
great name,
few
Catfish
others.
Hunter.
The good Philly free agents. Pete
That's a
Rose.
good
Yeah,
one.
Pete Rose has got to
Dr.
be up,
J,
up
right?
on that
Isn't he
list.
technically a free
No,
agent?
no. I guess technically
It wasn't an
because
expansion
the
draft.
Yeah.
ABA folded, and he ended up here
Wasn't a trade.
as a free agent, but because his league folded.
That's a wild Illuminati pick, by the way.
What was that,
trippy.
I think Reggie was drafted.
No, Reggie came here
Reggie-
from the Memphis Showboats. Again, his
They
league
shut the
folded.
league down.
The USFL.
No, USFL, Memphis Showboats, and his league folded.
That's a
So
good
that's how he
name.
ended
Why
up.
did the Titans become that?
That's how
The
he ended up
Nashville Showboats or something.
being an Eagle.
Showboats is
Was
a
it
cool
you guys
name.
that cheered the motorboats? Who's got a
Yeah.
or Flans
that was
cheered
a
him?
big, yeah, I don't
All
know.
right, so we
It's-
going with that.
baseball's
We going with
tough.
Babe. I mean, is that seems to be
Babe or Willie
the
Mays.
one that hasn't
Flip
been.
a coin.
I'm going with brother.
You go with Willie.
I'm going with Willie, baby.
Damn.
My name is Willie.
I mean, it's not a bad pick.
Nah, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Football or basketball? Oh no, we debate. We only have football left.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's so tough.
Football's a tough one.
I know what Nate's is because
That's
he talked
sarcastic.
about it the other week.
No,
Or
I'm just
whenever.
not sarcastic. I don't. The
Jim
easy
Brown
answer,
died.
I guess, is Brady.
The actual
It's
answer
hard
is
because it's
not
like
United.
when you're differentiating between great and best, like it's hard. Because you can say Brady because of the
Yeah, no, I'm
rings, like-
right there
but-
with you, DJ.
It was
Unfortunately,
system.
Yeah, I mean,
That's he's on the list.
because I don't think Brady had the most talent, but you can't argue what he did.
How about that guy?
I don't think he had the most talent.
That guy right there.
The IQ.
Yeah, exactly. Look at
That
them.
guy.
He
That's a pure athlete.
Joey
He's an athlete
Joey
right there.
Chestnut would devour that in a hot dog competition.
he's talented in there somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna argue what he did, but like, I don't think talent wise.
If he didn't have Belichick, would he have been what he is?
Yes.
No,
I don't know.
No.
I don't
No.
know. I can't say yes or
No. he wasn't.
He won without him.
Or is it
Oh,
He-
makes sense. So you can say that about Jordan, right? Like Jordan might not be Jordan without.
Now, Phil.
Or Phil
Like,
not-
it has-
Phil
That
not-
that is
Oh, I
true.
was gonna ask
That is
about your
true.
boy.
Belichick
than
doesn't
Jim.
look too
He-
good without Brady.
Brady was not a starter at Michigan until his senior year.
Yeah, but like if you look, Brady won without Belichick,
and he had to wait for
Belichick-
Bledsoe to get hurt in New England.
Belichick hasn't won without Brady. Now the teams aren't the same. Isn't that the dude from Gridiron Gang?
Who?
Deacon Jones?
The head slap. I would never put him over Reggie. Never.
Well, see, the problem with Deacon Jones is a sack was not an official stat when he played, but they think he may have had the official. He had the record for sacks. Yeah.
I seen that man talk. I would be scared.
Oh, Deacon Jones was a bit.
That guy.
Their front line was known as the fearsome foursome. Was it them, or was that the? Yeah, Dallas was the doomsday defense. L.A. Rams was the fearsome foursome. It was Deacon Jones, Rosie Greer, Merlin Olsen, and I'm not sure who the fourth one was. But those guys they won their division every year. They just couldn't advance to the Super Bowl. And then 79, they finally got to the Super Bowl and lost to Pittsburgh with Vince Ferragamo of all people as the quarterback. And they were winning. They
He
were
lived down the
winning.
street from you?
No,
South
no,
Philly, Vince
no.
Ferragamo?
They were winning the Super Bowl going into the fourth quarter against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they ended up losing.
All right.
Bradshaw, yep. Yeah, that was the end of their dynasty.
All right. So Brady's been thrown out there. Jim Brown. My dad put Deacon Jones on here too. Montana.
Elway.
Peyton.
Montana's only there because he didn't lose in the Super Bowl.
No,
That's-
Elway. You don't think Elway's a great?
No.
I think he's
No.
a great, but not greatest of all. Like we're saying, like the
Johnny Unitas.
best
No.
ever
No.
of their sport.
Price. You gotta put Rice.
I got Rice up there.
What about you said Jim Brown? What about Walter Payton?
No.
No.
As great as he was, no.
Barry Sanders.
I loved Walter Payton.
Nah, I love Barry, and I wouldn't.
No.
Come on, dude.
No.
I don't think
I-
any Eagle is going to get up there.
No, no,
we can talk
no,
about Eagles
no.
goats, but I
No,
don't think
no,
Reggie-
no
Reggie.
Eagles should be on this list. Maybe Reggie. Maybe Reggie. But see, he wasn't the best defensive player of his era. Lawrence Taylor was the best defensive player of his era. No, not Jerome Brown.
I can't argue that. Lawrence was out there high as hell.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But he was
Yeah,
wreaking
out
havoc.
of his mind.
He was wreaking havoc in the bars,
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
the strip joints, and on the football field.
Reggie could learn to play and do it. Lawrence just what?
Like if he was actually focused, I couldn't imagine.
Oh God, dude.
He's
You
the only defensive player to win MVP, right?
no.
no, he might be.
No.
Who else?
I think
can't
I
name
think
one.
Hugh Green was an NFL MVP. He was with the
Sounds
Tampa
made
Bay
up.
Tampa Bay
I
Bucks.
agree, Jim.
Huh?
So that sounds made up.
You can look it up. Hugh Green, University of Pittsburgh,
All right, for goat for
and he
football.
played
I
for the
got-
Buccaneers.
Alan Page and Lawrence.
Probably did.
Hey,
There's a video game out there.
I mean that or Ruiz. What do you want? He
Your dad
chose
said
one of his
Jalen Rager.
The only people who won defensive people who won MVP. Lawrence Taylor and Alan Page.
Alan Page.
Alan Page.
Isn't that the
It
dude
was-
from The
it was-
Hangover? Alan.
It was-
Alan Page.
Alan
Isn't that his
Page.
name?
Lawrence
Isn't it?
Taylor.
Jimmy's brother.
They're the only two? Not Hugh Green.
This one.
Okay.
That's Google.
Google's-
Google
according
does
to
not
Google.
lie.
Who was always right.
Yeah,
All right, so we're landing.
Brady.
We got with Brady.
Jim Brown.
I'm
going Jim Brown.
You're outnumbered.
I'm going Jim Brown.
Outnumbered. Actually,
Brady.
it comes down to
yeah.
Brady. And well, you said Brady.
That's it.
So Brody. It comes
I'd
down to
say Brady without even
Brody
hesitation.
says Brady.
Hesitation. All right.
Quarterback's the most important.
Yeah.
It is.
All right, now we're ranking the goats.
So who is it?
We got Gretzky, Brady, Jordan. Where
Babe Willie.
Babe Willie. Big Mays. How about Babe Mays?
Babe Mays. There you
Willie
go.
Ruth.
Yeah. I think it's Gretzky.
I see. The only reason why I don't go Gretzky is because of the sport.
Yeah, hockey's tough. I mean, it's
Like-
nobody watches hockey.
Like you go around the world and you say Air Jordan.
Right.
I think most of the world knows MJ, Air Jordan. I'm wearing his sneakers. Guy hasn't played in the league in how many
I'm
years?
wearing
And
his slides
sneakers
right
are-
now.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's, he's
What's the requirement to be considered the GOAT of goats? Changed the game, so dominated the game.
So then,
I
so then Jordan.
think all these guys have.
I think no.
He's already been cut.
No, I think
He's off the
I
island.
think dominate your game, your era is more important than change
Gretzky
the
did
game.
that too, though.
I'm not saying he
Gretzky
didn't.
made the NHL what it is today, like all skill, not that
And I
rough
hate him
and
for it.
tumble, like beat up your.
Pretty blue.
No. There were skill players before. The Montreal Canadiens were loaded in
But
the 70s.
nobody invested in them
And
like
the
they
Edmonton
do today.
Oilers were too.
Like you draft guys now for
Yeah.
what to be the next Wayne Gretzky.
But they came
like,
after the Montreal Canadiens of the
how many
70s.
teams have enforcers now? Maybe 5, 6
I was
teams in
gonna
the
How
say
league.
many-
none.
If you look at these leagues and but to your point, when they're drafting players, what name do you hear he's going to be the next who
Right.
most often? He's going to be the next Gretzky. He's going to be
Yeah.
the next Jordan. Now you hear he'll be the next LeBron.
Yeah.
So LeBron's catching up to Jordan. But I stick with I think Jordan's got to go to the top.
I don't know. I
It seems
think
like
Did he-
basketball is
Did
a
he
more international
dominate
sport.
the game as more
Jordan?
No, more so than Gretzky.
More so than Gretzky. I don't.
it's
I
hard
don't
to
know,
say.
but
You can take away Gretzky's goals, and he still has
He
the
still
career
has-
No, but Jim.
points.
No, but
But-
Jim makes a good point. It's how do you sell it too? You don't sell Gretzky the way you sell Jordan. Jordan's known worldwide.
He is. He is.
Is there
Well,
any
that's
movies
because-
about Gretzky?
There's got to be some
That's
Canadian out there who's
because-
like, oh, the great one. you know?
But his daughter is
Yeah.
daughter's in a movie or two, isn't she?
His
I don't
daughter's
know.
married to
Yeah.
Dustin Johnson, I think.
Yes.
it was, yeah.
But that's
His daughter's
Yes.
his
Actually,
daughter's,
He
his daughter's
has
smoking.
5 kids. Let's make sure we're talking about the right daughter.
the one married
Paulina.
to Dustin Johnson.
But
The oldest,
hockey is
yeah.
a niche sport.
That's what I'm saying. Yes,
They,
and that's why
they
Gretzky
don't play hockey in a lot of areas of the world.
Yeah.
They
Exactly.
play basketball
And
everywhere.
the NBA is syndicated in a
So,
lot of
So,
countries.
Are you
The
using that,
NHL isn't
are you using
syndicated.
that to make your Gretzky point even stronger? Because I think that makes your Gretzky point weaker. Because if you're saying hockey's only played in niche areas,
It's not
But
ranking.
there's a smaller population of players to be the greatest.
the pool.
Basketball, all you need is a ball.
Yeah.
You don't even really need a net.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, milk
Yeah.
crate. The
Peach
milk crate, the
basket.
telephone
Just
pole.
paint something on the wall, right? I mean,
So, all right. Well, but I mean, if we're using dominant as a factor,
I think all these guys were.
yeah, all these guys just completely
No, I think-
dominated
So
their
then you
game.
gotta go to the next factor.
How you sell them? Like you
How
said?
you sell
Like
them, like how they're.
I think
known?
that's a good one.
I think they all cheat. Well, I don't know about Babe. If you're saying who changed their sport, I'm going Willie over Babe.
yeah,
Did
Babe
Babe
wasn't.
really.
He wasn't really known as
I
a
mean-
big fielder. Willie was a really good fielder.
Well, Babe played right field, so
Nobody
Will,
good play. I mean, there's good
I
right
think-
fielders, but like they aren't known as the
I think
best.
Willie
fielder.
played center. Did Willie
He
play
played
center?
center field.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tough.
My vote is Jordan number one.
Going
Jordan is the
Brady.
goat of goats.
Mm.
Going
He's playing in
Brady?
an era with the most talent compared to any of these other people.
Who'd you say?
I
Oh,
don't know about that.
Who'd
that's
you
a
say?
good point.
Who'd you say?
Brady.
Brady?
It's the most
No.
evolutionized
This era has the
sports
most talent
are
compared to any other era.
with nutrition,
No.
training,
Yeah.
studying.
I'm still going.
No, stop.
Jordan also plays a sport that's less team focused.
How can you be the goat of all goats if it's not even 100%? You're the goat.
Oh,
It's still like
It's not 100% Brady's the goat.
Who else?
Ready speaking to the mic.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
going to say into the mic.
Brody, you're doing good here, pal.
It's,
This is a good debate.
it's unanimous for Brady. He's a unanimous.
I don't
goat.
think it was unanimous.
You go
No,
around-
it's not.
I think there were some
go around the
arguments
world
there.
and you ask, who do you know more? Do you know Brady, Willie, me?
But that doesn't.
Is Brady the best quarterback of all time? Yes. Is he the best football player of all time?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he
I would
is.
go
Yeah.
Jordan's the overall goat, but if you go around the world and ask,
Yeah, you can definitely
People
throw that.
only like select a few people know Brady outside of the U.S.
No, Brady's
That
pretty
doesn't
world famous.
Make the
His
factor
wife
of
But,
you being the
I
GOAT.
mean, American
Ex-wife, his
American
ex-wife.
football is starting to get more popular.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently. What'd you say?
I said American football is starting to get more popular, but I still stick with. You're not going to knock me off Jordan at one.
It's
Yeah,
tough to
I-
do that, but I think honestly,
I think
like
Joey Chestnut is
if you're doing it on if you're doing it off the selling factor, which is a big factor, I agree, where you go, outside of America. Jordan's up there, but like goat of goats, like it's hard to argue what Gretzky did numbers wise. And I think he changed the game of hockey too, because
changed sports.
I don't know about sports. Jordan changed
Jordan,
sports,
yeah.
but
Mom changed.
I mean, they
but
made
hockey changed
morning
all.
basketball. What was this show with Ahmad
Slam?
Rashad in the mornings? I used to
Oh.
watch. No, you weren't even
The
born. Like,
trampolines,
like they
slam
just
ball,
put
that's
you'd
coming
watch
back.
before like ESPN and Sports Center. You could watch basketball highlights in the morning, and it was because of Jordan. Because you couldn't watch them, you didn't get to see the game, so you only get the
Yeah.
highlights on.
I mean, there's more merchandise because of Jordan. Like people, like guys sell themselves
guys
better
get their
because
names on sneakers
because
now
of
because
Jordan.
him.
Well, because of Jordan's mom. Did you watch?
Mo-
Did
Mocha
you
thinks
watch?
Jordan
Did you
sneakers.
watch the movie? Did
Not
you watch-
yet. No,
That's good.
we
it's
were
good.
going through the other night. And I
Yeah,
saw it was on
it's
there. I'd
good.
love to watch it.
Oh man, I mean, if considering the outside effect that Jordan or Gretzky had on their games, if that's a factor, then yeah, you would have to go Jordan. But Gretzky just so dominated the game, and there were players before Jordan who were paving the way for somebody like Jordan, like Connie Hawkins,
Dr. J.
Dr. J. There were other, there may be other players that I'm not quite remembering right now.
I never even heard of Connie Hawkins, so I think you're lying about that.
No, he
Him
was
and Hugh Green.
he was
coffee every
Yeah.
he
Sunday.
was Dr. J before Dr. J.
Alright.
So there were players before Jordan who were in the same mold of Jordan that were so dominant, yada yada yada.
Well, you could say that about hockey with Gretzky.
But-
Bobby Orr.
Gordy
Bobby,
Howe.
yeah, but Bobby Orr was a
Wasn't
defenseman.
Gordy Howe called Mr. Hockey?
He was.
Yes. I mean, you could say the same thing for
Yeah,
Gretzky.
and you got Rocket Richard with the Canadians. Yeah, but I mean,
Carbonet.
but Gretzky just so completely dominated. I mean, he was 4 or 5 moves ahead of anybody else on the ice. He just
Oh, it's in the.
Special guest appearance.
Who's the greatest of all time?
Plain pizza.
Either of you.
either or
Any of them.
Any sport.
Just spit out
any
a
of the
player.
4 major
Spit out
sports.
If
first
somebody
player
said
comes to
name the
mind.
most famous athlete, who would you say?
Oh,
For those
All
who
right,
can't see,
you're
these are
excused.
my
Good
daughter's
one.
off
You're
camera.
excused.
that's a good one.
LeBron James.
It's good.
Next.
They're from
Yeah.
This era.
I don't know, maybe like Michael Jordan.
Hey,
Oh,
all right.
There's a good answer.
There you go.
There's a Michael Jordan. You can say.
What I think you could say basketball is over any other sport. Like they
Yes, because
they
it's-
immediately thought
it's
basketball
worldwide.
players.
Uh-oh. Smitty's now chiming in and saying that you are making up shit, Deke, which we know that to be true. Deke's
Smitty,
making up names.
Smitty's on
Hugh
his
Green
5th juice
and-
box today. It's getting a little rowdy.
All right. We need to close this portion of this conversation.
I'll go
Actually,
Jordan because
Jordan
the
won.
recognition. But it's hard to argue against Gretzky.
You stick with. You can stick with Brady. It's okay to be wrong.
Most passing touchdowns ever, most passing yards ever, most Super Bowls.
And that'll be
missed the
surpassed.
playoffs
That's going to be
twice.
surpassed by Mahomes.
Brody. It's okay to be wrong.
That's going to be surpassed by Mahomes.
Presidents have been wrong before.
Yeah, he's only had one losing
Yeah, the year he
season.
tore
That
his
was last
ACL.
And
right?
Montana has won every Super Bowl he's gone to.
Look
So
at
did
the team he
Bradshaw.
had.
Brady has it.
So did Bradshaw.
He had
So
some
did Steve
pretty-
Young.
He had some pretty crazy teams too.
Yeah, he had
So
the
did
best
Nick
receiver
Foles.
of all time.
Nick Foles, he's
Won
Yeah,
every, won every
now.
Super Bowl he went to.
That's true.
So they did a list of the top quarterbacks ever
In
in Philadelphia history.
Philly
I
history,
know how good Foles was here.
I had some good years.
He had
2
that
years.
27 and
He had
2
2
year.
years.
Yeah,
2
but he
years.
was like his record here, like he only missed missed the playoffs like once or something.
He had
It's
2
like-
years here where he was really good.
like, he was
3
good.
maybe.
You know, the 7 touchdown game.
Yeah.
I think it was like in a regular season, he was like 19 and like 3.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
He could have had 8 touchdowns. They pulled him from that game.
Yeah, well, they were
Yep.
up like 42-20 or something.
Like, he was amazing. People had him too. I'm surprised some people didn't have Donnie. I was disappointed.
Who had,
Donnie's got the numbers, but
Hurts. How has Hurts won?
They had Hurts one.
He had 1 season
Donovan,
so
and
far.
then
Smitty likes that.
Cunningham,
That's insane.
Jaws, and then
That's
Dick.
insane.
Those are the top kind of 5.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Hurts
Hurts should not be top 5.
We hate
He's,
Donovan.
We do. I don't hate him. But
I don't hate him.
Majority of the fans hate Donovan.
He was until Foles won the Super Bowl. I mean, Donovan still has the quarterback records.
Yeah, most.
So
of
he's
them.
the most successful quarterback in the franchise
Yeah.
history. I think from a fan perspective, it's Foles. And
If he won,
Foles
he would have been below.
Oh,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yeah, if he won
And if
the
he-
Super Bowl, he
Yep.
would've been below.
didn't
Absolutely.
whine and mope and be so passively aggressive.
I want a podcast episode once where it's just McNabb and To. They just give them 2 mics.
Go at it.
Go. That's what that'd be an amazing
I'll see
podcast
if I can
episode.
make it happen.
Yeah, you know what? We'll try to pull some strings and see what we could do. Get them in the Sweaty
Yeah.
Sack Studios.
They would've won it.
So have we decided who it is yet? It sounds like it's between Jordan and Gretzky.
Yeah, because you can't do football because it's only America, pretty much. And baseball, you don't even know who the goat in baseball is. There's could be 3 different goats.
There he is, right there. That's the goat.
The Illuminati. The Illuminati is pretty famous worldwide too.
They made Jordan the
Yeah.
goat. All right. Final vote.
Brady.
I'll go Jordan.
Gretzky. Andrew.
Jordan.
Nate.
I'm
It's
going
It's
Jordan.
3 Jordan, 1 Brady, 1 Gretzky. He's gonna say Willie Mays. Oh,
Gretzky?
Gretzky.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
Going Gretzky only because I remember when I was a kid, they put a stat up when these guys were in their prime. And if like Gretzky had played basketball, like they related the stats, like it was like he was like 5 times better than Jordan.
Yeah, it's hard to argue his numbers.
Like his numbers are just like in that sport, his numbers like it's beyond dominant.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like Jordan was dominant. Never seen a guard do it like Jordan did, and I love Michael Jordan. He's my favorite player. But what Gretzky did in hockey, that'll never be done.
No, nobody's close to him in his
It's not even
records.
close.
Yeah, like
No.
Jordan.
Jordan,
People are touching it, yeah.
Yeah, they already have.
Nip at it, like,
They've
oh,
already
oh,
have.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Like Gretzky's, like his numbers really might stand the test of time.
And he played till almost 40.
Yeah.
Gretzky?
He was
He had
like,
a couple years at the
he
end
was
there,
like
like you
38,
shouldn't be-
39.
Did he do a year at the Coyotes at the end?
I
Like
don't
before
know.
he
I
bought them,
think he-
or became
I think
like a
he
GM
did.
or something.
I
But
think
Yeah.
he did.
you know, his years on the
He didn't.
Rangers.
I was surprised he only won like what 4 Stanley Cups.
Yeah, only 4.
Yeah, I was shocked. I thought it was like
Yeah,
5,
only
5
4.
or 6, maybe 7, maybe 8. I don't know.
My brother-in-law lived in Toronto actually outside of Toronto for a number of years, and we went up to visit him a couple times. We went to Gretzky has a bar restaurant up there in Toronto. We went there. He has in the bar, he has this stick from his youth in a glass case, and it's signed by all his teammates. And like 2 of his teammates, aside from him, went on to play in the NHL. But they had all the team stats from this one season. And this was like when they were like 10, 11 years old. Gretzky, in like a 30-game season, scored about 300 goals.
That's just wrong. You got to pull that kid off the
I
ice.
mean, that's just,
Or just put him in an
That's insane.
put him in a
Yeah.
higher league, something.
That's insane.
That's like when you see the kids playing soccer and there's one kid who's just bigger than everybody.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
He just scores it well. It's like, all right, Johnny, you're going to come off for a little bit.
Right.
Like, you don't need 15 goals in
Right.
this game.
Let the other kids play.
That's crazy.
Right.
I think there's a couple records that'll never be broken. I think, like Gretzky.
He-
If you would put 5 records that would never be broken, I bet you
Gretzky.
Gretzky would have like.
He's
Oh,
got
yeah.
he's got more assists than the next person has points.
Yes.
right? Or
Yes.
something, yeah.
Yes. He
That's crazy.
he owns like 9 of the top 10 scoring records in the NHL. Some crazy number like that.
I know Mike is up there with a lot of his stuff, but
I just think that Jim has the edge factor here with
That's right.
the selling.
yeah,
big part of it.
Yeah, 'cause
And it's a global game. Yeah, it's a global
I don't have
game.
any-
And
it's just like the LeBron debate.
yeah.
LeBron, like, I don't have a problem with people who like you say LeBron. I don't have nobody
Thank
who's
you,
like,
Nate.
When you, if you're just looking at
See-
the score numbers, and
Yeah.
you're talking about dominating the sport, like dominating. I
Right.
don't think we've ever like. You look at the numbers, you can get into soccer, you can get into tennis, but Gretzky, like, there's nothing like that.
And that bolsters
We didn't do
Gretzky's point.
tennis. That's true.
There,
Yeah.
you know, we're sitting here debating:
Wimbledon.
is it Jordan or is it LeBron, or in my case, Wilt? But in hockey, there is no debate. It's Gretzky. Period.
But then you go back to gyms, it's a smaller pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Gretzky. Period. You know, and
There's probably that one ass that's
I'm
like
sure
Ovechkin and Crosby. or,
Crosby,
you
yeah.
know.
well, like you said, there's that one ass.
Lindros was right there.
His nickname was the next one.
Yeah, no, Gretzky's just close.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? He like it's like it's a possibility.
Yeah,
if he
like,
averaged
Here to the
X
beach is close.
I mean,
It's just
if
close.
Ovechkin had better teams around him, he'd be up there. But every team he's been on, besides the one, it just seems like they choked and just like stunk when it mattered most.
All right, so it's official.
Brady.
Jordan is the goat of all goats.
Michkov or whatever that dude's name is.
I can go see.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'm okay supporting that.
I can support you.
All right, do we want to get into conspiracy theories?
Sure. Sports
What
ones or
we-
just
sports or regular ones? We talked about Pete Rose earlier. One of the sports conspiracies is Pete was going to get reinstated, get into the hall and all that, and then the commissioner died. And apparently Pete says like he has it word of mouth that he was going to get reinstated back in.
Nah.
Nah.
I think that's crap.
You think that's Pete just talking
Yeah,
out
I
his
think
ass?
that's crap. He had
He's been
one
known
too
to.
many one night and was just like, you know what, I'm gonna start a conspiracy theory.
Well,
I believe it.
it's a lifetime ban for Pete. So, lifetime is lifetime. I mean, look at
Right,
the
the commissioner can lift the ban.
Right.
yeah. Oh no, they can.
It'll never get lifted though.
Look
I
at
don't think it will now, but
When he
it
died,
was in what's his name? So it was an R.
oh,
The commissioner.
I was gonna say Bud Selig because that's what. I
No, it
know.
wasn't Selig.
not Bart Giamatti.
It was between
Bart Giamatti's the
Selig
one that
and,
imposed, I think.
Roselli or something like that. My dad will chime in maybe. Who was the commissioner before Selig? Our friends out there, or somebody's got a phone in front of them.
There you go, Birdie.
But anyway, that's one of my sports. I have a Jordan sports conspiracy too. but
Is
I
it
don't know-
with
I don't
Jimmy
know how I got it.
Butler?
The Butler one's a good one.
I think that's really good. The Jimmy Butler thing is that Jimmy Butler's father, they don't know who it is or whatever, but the conspiracy is that it's Jordan because there was a connection between Butler's mom and Jordan one night, and it sparked something into a conversation, and one thing led to another. This is a conspiracy, and now the timing works out where Jimmy Butler's birthday is the same as around this kid would have been born. They have similar features in the face.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of
If you
Mike
do a
and
side by
Jimmy.
side, they have similar features in the face. And Jimmy Butler's a hell of a player and athlete.
Some of his mannerisms on the court.
Yeah.
too, you can-
So I could see, that's a good one to think that, Jimmy Butler might be Jimmy Jordan. So, I don't know.
Jimmy Jordan.
It's a good one.
Boy, Vincent.
JJ.
There you go,
Vincent, yes.
Roy Vincent. You have any sports conspiracies or conspiracies?
What do we think about that one? True or false?
I think it's false. True. Actually, true. False.
False.
I want to go false.
I like it. I'm going true.
Thank you. I love it. I think
I
it's a good
like it, but I don't
It's
think
one of
it's
the
true.
it's one of the better concrete ones that
Let's get a DNA test.
I think it's false. I don't even.
All right, who's got
I have one, but
got one?
I'm just gonna pull it out of my ass. It's not even
a
true.
sports or a regular? Just a general conspiracy theory.
Oh, you're making one up on the spot?
Yeah.
We'll start it here tonight. Tweet it out when you're done. What do you got?
Yeah.
Make sure it's good.
Joey Chestnut and the hailing hot dog should be a sport.
That's not
It's not a conspiracy.
just fact.
He's got no esophagus, and
Yeah.
his insides are just a big pit. There you go.
He's a robot.
He's a cyborg. He's one of Zuckerberg's guys.
You got any
Sports or I got
conspiracy?
some very interesting general ones.
Well, I'm going to go back to the one
Stop burping it.
that I'm named after with the President Kennedy.
This is a good one.
I do not believe Lee Harvey Oswald was a lone gunman. I think there was other
Second shooter.
shooters
This is a good
involved,
one. This is a good
and it's a huge conspiracy, and I believe the mob was ultimately responsible.
True. I think
believe
so.
Because Bobby Kennedy and John Kennedy
mob.
were out to get the mob,
Italian mob.
and
Yeah.
the reason why the mob was so butthurt was because the
The mob
mob
don't get butthurt.
the mob
You
no,
sure?
they get even.
Yes.
That's true.
They were promised that they would be left alone if JFK was elected president. They weren't left alone.
Well, I thought it was Bobby Kennedy.
Bobby was
within a
one-
year after
Yeah,
he
whatever.
became attorney general,
Right, yeah.
one of his biggest
It was the crack
thing was to crack down on the mob.
well, organized crime.
Or
Just so happened to be the mob. Was
yeah,
the
it was
biggest target.
it was the mob, and I think the mob was ultimately responsible for him being shot.
True. I think it's a good one.
And I'm named after JFK, so
That's one of the reasons why I want to go to Dallas to like go see it because there's
on the grassy knoll.
I've heard there's. Have you ever been to the
No.
site? I don't know. Have you ever been to this? Apparently, people that have gone there say there's two sides of it, where the people with the conspiracy side, and then the people that are just there to like talk about what happened. So I always wanted to go just to check it out. It was
DJ.
assassination.
Move that back, will you?
Yeah,
Sorry.
with his wife scrambling back to collect his brains.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
true.
conspiracy.
I'm gonna follow that conspiracy.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
You think
that.
the mob
I definitely
was
think the
involved?
mob
Follow
was
up with
involved. The second shooter, maybe not, but I think the
I-
mob
Told him to do it.
got Lee Harvey, and so you think it was the Secret Service?
What? The driver?
I did hear that.
That would be on the film.
I said I heard it.
No, that would be on the Zabruder film.
It's a conspiracy.
That's a shit conspiracy.
There's also another.
That's it. It's crazy enough to be true.
Yeah, there's also another conspiracy theory that his brains are hidden somewhere and are going to be revealed soon.
Hidden where?
They're gonna put him in Walt Disney's
Yeah,
head.
they don't know where,
Nah,
but
They're gonna put him in Ted.
they don't know
Williams.
where, but they
Ted
just know they're
Williams.
somewhere.
I think you were alive for this one. What about the moon landing is fake?
Yeah,
It is not
Moon
fake,
landing made
and I
sense,
can
Paul.
prove it. You know how I can prove it?
You were there.
I wasn't quite there, but I was pretty close to the take
Call it
off.
moon rocks.
My cousin Donald Smith graduated from Paris Island a couple days before that launch took place.
Another made up name.
What, Paris Island or Donald
Donald
Smith?
Smith. Just,
Too generic.
just say Donald Duck.
We have a lot of You'd be surprised how many Donalds
That's
are.
like Jim's in my family.
Yeah,
So-
going around.
So after he graduated Paris Island, it was my dad, my mom, myself,
Donald.
one of my sisters, and Donald's mother,
We're
who was
sisters,
along
Donna.
for the ride. My my
Leave
dad
Don's.
said, we're this close to the moon launch. Let's go see it. So we sped from Paris Island to Cape Canaveral, and we got I don't know how many miles away we were, but we were listening to the countdown on the radio, and we got to T minus 30 seconds, and my dad finally pulled over. We all got out of the car, and we looked in the direction at Cape Canaveral, and we were standing on somebody's property
Is this a conspiracy
on a
story?
body of water. I'm answering Nate's.
All right. I'm talking about your
Moonwalk thing.
story.
I feel like I'm there.
that's
Oh my
that's the point.
Oh my god.
That's the point. Thank you. You're standing right next to me. It's July 1969. Picture it.
nice.
So
Was it June 9th, 1969?
so we're in between these two houses, and the two houses are on a body of water, a little lake, and there are little piers going out onto the lake from each house. And we're kind of hesitant about going out because we want to get the best view possible. So we're kind of inching out, but kind of standing still at the same time. Next thing you know, the neighbor next to the house that we're standing on their property pops their head out the window or out the door, the back door, and says, "Go ahead, go out on their dock. They're not home. It's okay." We're like, "Oh, okay, great, thank you." And we all went out on the dock. And just as we get out onto the dock, up comes this big orange ball of fire shooting across the sky. And we just watched it shoot across the sky until we couldn't see it any longer. And into this very minute, I can see in my mind's eye that orange ball flame still shooting across the sky. So it happened.
Could all just be the Truman Show.
Counterpoint. You saw a rocket take off.
Yep.
Were you on the moon?
I was not.
How do you know that rocket made it to the moon?
Because there was no explosion. There was no crash
It could've
landing.
It
just
went to
been
the
a
other side of the
Yeah.
planet.
Nope,
It landed
did-
somewhere.
nope,
In the
didn't
green
happen.
room, the green screen
Did
room.
not happen.
So, congratulations.
I think the big bump of it is that they said in the video the flag never moved.
Doesn't move. But then, oh, well, that's gravity.
Yeah, or something like that.
I
But then there was like something like with shadows were wrong. I've seen. The
they
conspiracy
said the,
Well,
the
If you look at the flag, it looks like there's a weight in the bottom of the flag, because you're right.
but it hangs.
It should float up because there's no gravity.
are
to
you
keep
talking
it
about
down.
when he planted it?
No, when there's a picture of the flag on the moon and
yeah,
it's straight
and
across.
that's a big one too because
it's not waving.
if
It's
you
not
look
sagging.
if,
nothing.
if there's the video of it, they showed it's delayed. It's a tape delay. It's not
yeah,
live.
right.
But they also, like Jim was saying, the shadows, that's a big thing on it. The shadow of him walking isn't direct like the angle of the sun. It's like next to him, which isn't right. Something like that.
Well,
That's what I've seen.
my
videos
thing
of
with the
it.
flag is
Stage lights.
it looks
No, that's what
Yeah.
they say.
it looks like there's some sort of weight in the flag holding it straight down.
Do you believe we've been to the moon now?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
Yes.
the biggest other conspiracy with it is now it's like we have cars that practically drive themselves, but we can't go back to the moon. Like,
No, we can go back to the moon.
well,
We
why
choose-
haven't we?
We choose not to.
Because we already been there, done that.
Correct.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
we're just going.
we-
We're going to
We've been
Mars.
there. We've been there
Son.
4 or 5 times. We even went to the dark side of the moon and came back.
Well, that was Empire Strikes Back,
Exactly.
and that was Roger
No,
Waters.
that was Apollo
was-
13.
yeah.
and that was Roger Waters and
that
Pink
was
Floyd.
Apollo 13.
I think the moon landing was true because it was a victory for America.
USA. USA.
I mean, it was either us or the damn commies. So, like, rather be us.
So, leading in, kind of playing on that conspiracy, you guys with Kyrie, is the Earth flat?
No, but I do love the fascination behind it because I think it's very fascinating.
I mean, you look at the ocean; it
It's
doesn't curve.
Flat, but if you go from here to like my house, it's not flat. If you look through, like if you could see, theoretically, if you could see from my house to here, it wouldn't be flat.
There's also other conspiracy theories about the solar system that the sun's the center of everything, and we wrote.
That's true.
No,
No,
that is
the Earth.
According to Galileo,
Earth. That
Earth is the
the center, and
No.
everything revolves around.
No.
everything.
That's nice.
we just like to think that.
Yeah.
Americans think that.
At one time, yes, people thought that, but not anymore.
I meant to say Earth. And I said sun.
Our Betty Coots, she thinks Johnson was behind it. She's been to Dallas.
Oh, so she's seen the site.
Yes,
Like, yeah,
and
so-
she says Johnson was behind it.
They also say the building that he was in supposedly isn't a direct shot, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Or something,
Yes,
or
it
the
is.
window, or something.
Texas School Book
Ah,
Depository. Yes,
yeah.
it is. Yes.
Okay.
If I've seen film where they go up in there and they look out the window
and it's
and
direct.
where he was
Because
shot.
they have an
It's
X
a direct
on
shot.
the road. They have like a spot.
Yeah, it's a direct shot.
Back
So,
to sports.
Yeah.
ones.
What was the one you just were saying? The flat Earth.
Flat Earth.
Did you watch? I meant to bring this up. Did you watch the movie on Netflix?
Crunk on Earth.
No, I think it's just called like Flat Earth Society or something. It's a good one.
Is
It's
it?
hilarious.
Okay. Okay.
You gotta watch it.
I have no time for that.
No, it's good. It's
Why?
good.
Why are we the only flat planet in the solar system?
Because
How
it's
do you know where you're dealing?
Look up in the sky. Every planet is in a circle.
not. How
If
can
you
you
look at a
tell?
pizza, pizza's in a circle, but it's flat.
Are you a
Don't
flat
argue with
earther?
me.
Are
Don't
you?
argue with
Are
me.
you a flat earther?
Absolutely.
All right,
Oh
that's
my
fine.
God.
Are you really?
No.
Neil deGrasse Tyson would like a word with you. Wait, did you watch the one on Netflix about the people that actually believe it? The guy who started it?
But I saw Maze Runner.
Maze Runner.
I believe some of that is true in the whole
There-
Antarctica thing.
There's got to be truth, a touch of truth in all these conspiracies. That's
Absolutely.
what makes them believable.
Absolutely.
Look, there were dragons back in the day. I don't know who came up with there, but there had to be a dragon.
That spit fire?
I don't know.
Like Khaleesi's dragons?
I'll
All
go
these
with dragons,
movies-
but not Spitfire.
Why not?
What about like witches?
Yes, absolutely.
You really think so?
There you go.
Dinosaurs were a form, maybe. Not they didn't spit
Were
fire.
dinosaurs real?
Yeah. There's
Yes.
actual
Yes.
bones and stuff. I know it could be,
Yeah.
plastic or something. But,
What?
you know. But I
It could be just a shitload of hippopotamuses.
Whose
and
kids are
somebody's
you?
Just,
no, I
somebody's
mean,
making
you
them
think
up.
about it, like dinosaurs.
Plastic
Have you-
dinosaur
yeah,
bones?
Maybe they're good plastic, fiberglass or something. Have you ever seen a dinosaur?
No.
And then how would you know if they're real?
I wasn't alive 3 billion years ago, whatever.
I got another one good for you. One for you. Where are the aliens?
Aliens are here.
No, where you are the aliens?
Oh, we are the aliens. I don't know, man. You ever see a squid? Like the giant octopuses and
You think
squid?
they're
Those things are.
aliens?
Yeah, those aren't.
Would you ever eat one? Calamari?
I have. Yeah,
Did you like it? So you eat an alien?
I have. Yeah,
He's not a seafood lover.
I have
Yeah.
eaten it. I've tried it. Yeah,
Well, that we're the aliens. Like
we are the aliens. We were
Really?
we are the aliens.
Are we pets?
That'd be pretty sick.
Are we somebody's pets?
Could be.
I mean, if aliens came to
There's
Earth,
a
they would think
Mocha.
dogs.
James
Come here.
Addiction song about it. We make great pets.
I mean, if aliens came to Earth, they would think dogs are
That's why, like,
the true
aliens
rulers.
always kinda mimic what we already look like.
I mean,
Descendants.
Victor Wimbawaya, he could be an alien. I
I
love
never,
him too.
I never
I
heard
think-
the one where we're the aliens.
You ever heard the one that we're in the Matrix?
Every
No.
time. Yeah, I always hear that.
You saw that video where the bird got stuck and we're like, oh,
I got that one on here. Birds can't.
Birds are
real.
birds are for real. Just
They-
stop right
they-
there.
they-
Stop right
They
there.
might be the government.
Birds are real.
They might be the government.
Yeah,
All birds?
all birds are real. Yeah,
Eh,
I know all bird shit is real.
One
There's-
spy bird?
there's millions.
Saying that,
Pigeons? You ever see that many? There's that many pigeons
Yes, there
just
is.
roaming around.
Yes, there is.
They disappear in the winter.
True.
No, they don't.
Hibernation.
not in New York.
They go recharge. They go recharge.
Hey.
Why do you think they sit on electric
Go,
wires?
go,
That's
go
good.
to
Right?
Center City. Tell me they're
And they're all
they
sitting on the
disappear.
electric lines.
But they're there.
Listening to every conversation.
Oh,
just like
stop it.
Alexa over here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, she's not plugged in.
Screw you, Alexa.
I got another one. The mob was behind Jordan's dad's death.
I had that too. Yes.
No.
His retirement.
No.
You think? I think.
You
it's
think
true.
so? Because of the gambling?
I think it's true.
Yeah. So he didn't pull over on the side of the road, fell asleep, and got robbed by two nobodies?
Yeah. There's a hit on that.
Really?
I think it's true.
100% agree.
Yeah. Because it was
They had to-
Jordan's
They had to
debt.
send a message.
It was Jordan's debts, right? It wasn't his dad's
How many
debts.
guys you know your age gambled like that back in the day?
I don't know. If nobody with that kind of money back in the day.
Well, of course, but I mean, men used to have two jobs. One job.
And there wasn't the
Yeah.
access.
Yeah.
There wasn't the access to it you have now on your phone.
No. God,
So I
no.
could see it being the mob related. Yeah.
'Cause Jordan's bad.
I can see
Yeah.
it being true. I just don't think
He
it
doesn't
was.
have a gambling problem. He just has a competition problem, though.
He's got a
There's
losing
a
problem.
difference.
I could definitely,
When he just has so much money. it's
Yeah.
never a problem.
I could definitely see it being true.
Yeah, I think it's true.
But
And you think
I
he
just don't-
retired because of that?
There's
first
that's the other
retirement?
conspiracy.
what? When he
with
went to
it.
baseball,
Yes.
No, yeah,
He
well,
was going to get suspended,
yeah,
so he retired.
because of gambling.
he went to
And went to
baseball for
baseball.
2 years.
Yeah.
Let it
Nah.
go away, and then
That's why I think Mike Trout didn't play last year.
he's gambling.
I think he had a drug issue.
There is that the Angels did have an issue. I mean, the guy died over it, Tyler Skaggs.
That's right.
So that could be true. And
Making it up right now. Make it true. Make it happen.
well, the
Forgot
back
about
the
royal family.
the backish.
Diana not being killed is not an accident.
Oh, that's a big
Oh.
one too.
Yeah.
It was her mom, right?
Because she was an Eagles fan.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
She was
It was her mom that did it. That's a conspiracy, right?
her mom that did it.
And then
No,
the
set it
CIA
up.
was in on, the-
Set up her death.
Wasn't that the conspiracy?
I don't
Mom,
recall
I thought
that.
mom told me that.
I don't recall that.
Diana's mom or
Oh, and
Queen
9/11 was an inside
Elizabeth?
job.
Queen Elizabeth. set it up.
9/11 was not an inside job.
Hey, 9/11 was an inside
I know it's a conspiracy, but it was not.
and that the Holocaust was not real.
How
That's
about,
just
stop
ridiculous.
right there.
Stop.
how about Finland doesn't exist?
That's a good one. But I'm gonna say false because wasn't Forsberg from there, or was that
Maybe
Sweden?
Sweden.
Sweden.
It
There's
was
Sweden. There's Norway. Finland's in the middle. Is
yeah.
it really there?
No, but there's a flyer
it
from
really there?
Finland.
Pelly. Where was Pelly Lindbergh
Is it
from?
really there?
Sweden.
Yeah.
Nah, Finland's definitely there.
Pelly Eklund.
Heli Eklund.
Maybe he was Finnish.
Finish.
Finished what?
There's another one about COVID. That it's a population control.
Dude, you stop looking up like own news conspiracy theories or something. Or what's the big
And that Area
Crazy.
51 is home to a lot of aliens controlled by the government.
Area 51.
Area 51's a big one.
Controlled by the government. That aliens live
Well, it's controlled by the government, but
but the
Yeah.
aliens live there.
There's a ship there.
Titanic,
And alien bodies.
Ocean Gate,
Spygate.
Deflategate.
Flakegate.
You guys still have the
Yes.
Oh shoot, the conspiracies.
We can
are
do
too-
that, or we can save that till the next one. If we want,
Yeah.
as we get closer to training
Conspiracies are
camp.
too good.
As we get closer to training camp. we can-
Conspiracies are good. Anybody?
Another one of my non-sports related ones that I really like is that Paul McCartney is not really Paul McCartney.
I've seen that one. I don't believe that. That's
Paul
false.
McCartney died back in the '60s, and
That's
they got
false.
Why? Because he was in
they
bare
got somebody
feet.
that looks just like, not a clone, but somebody just like him.
Because
And
he was the guy in bare feet walking
On
across
Abbey
the
Road.
street. Yeah, no.
What about Tupac being dead
he's on an island
in
with
New
Elvis.
Zealand? They said New Zealand. He's been spotted.
Michael Jackson's still alive.
There's
with,
that
with
one
Tupac
too.
and Elvis.
And Biggie.
And
That
Biggie,
actually
yeah.
is a conspiracy theory. That they let Jackson.
What's what?
active in,
I heard about the Michael that he faked his death.
Michael. I mean, it was convenient, right? Like it was.
You know what the great take out of all this is? There are far too many people with far too much time on their hands.
Hey man, conspiracies are good. They got us sitting here talking about them.
Yeah, well, we could be talking about other things too, but
They're not as
We choose
interesting.
not to.
They're not as interesting. It's the off season.
The point they have about Jackson being alive is his casket was closed, and they didn't want them to realize that it was an empty casket.
It's a good point. He OD'd. It's not like he was in a
Well,
terrible
his
accident.
doctor got charged with murder.
Yeah.
He went to jail for it.
Yeah. what jail did he go to? Is he still
Oh
there?
no, I know,
mean,
but like
look,
it's not.
you got more money than God. You can send
Yeah,
somebody to
Yeah,
jail.
he
and then
went
send
to a
them an
country
island
club
somewhere.
jail.
You're gonna come on the secret island with me though,
Yeah.
technically.
The video evidence is him escaping through the back of the ambulance and walking into the hospital. Oh, and
Oh no.
Dude, you didn't just do that.
The whole show.
Here's a hot conspiracy theory. Crab fries are not made of crab.
Is that a conspiracy? I think that's just fact, right?
It's Old Bay seasoning.
Wait, you thought it was crab?
Oh,
Dude, I was like, wait, you had me there. I was
Not
like,
that
wait,
dumb.
what? Damn. Trying to think of
Yeah.
other good ones that I've come across that we haven't said. Ah, there's so many out there that are so good.
Jordan in the flu game. It wasn't really flu. It was
He's out partying.
out partying, maybe food poisoning.
Oh,
How
Donna.
about there's you go when the Cal Ripken streak in the power outage.
What was that?
The conspiracy is Cal Ripken got in a fight with Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner like hit on his wife or something,
Jeez.
and Cal got in a fight, wasn't going to be able to play to continue the streak. So all of a sudden there was a power outage at Camden Yards, and they
Wow.
had to cancel the game. So Cal continued his streak.
So
That's a good
this
one.
was in the middle of the streak somewhere.
This was towards the end, actually.
towards the end.
Yeah.
Never heard that before.
That's
Never.
a good one. It's
You remember the
believable.
power outage, though?
No.
You don't remember the power outage?
No.
I remember it being big news because
No.
of the streak. They were like, "Is he done?"
No, I don't
It's a
remember
good
that.
one. Believable too. Very believable. I'd say
Yeah.
that's true. What about the blackout? Speaking of power outages, the blackout of Super
The
Bowl
Super Bowl.
Ravens,
between the Ravens and
Niners,
the Niners.
because it was such a bad game, and then they needed
Yeah.
something to get it
They
going.
didn't win though.
But they made it interesting.
They did.
They got people back into it.
That's the one with the murder afterwards, right?
No. The Ravens,
Yeah.
Niners. I don't remember.
Yeah, Ray Lewis. What was the?
That was 2000.
That wasn't after the Super Bowl though.
I thought that was after the Super Bowl.
No,
I think so.
no.
I think that was just another random. Maybe it was a Pro Bowler. No.
Yeah.
Got lucky.
Nah, that wasn't the one I'm talking about. The one I'm talking about was in New Orleans.
I remember an outage
was-
in
it
the
was-
Super Bowl
it was
between the
the-
Ravens and
The
the
Harbaugh
49ers.
brothers.
Yeah,
That was,
the Harbaugh.
Colin Kaepernick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Ravens were whooping them.
It was a blowout. It was
Yeah.
going to be a blowout, and then halftime happened. Then I think it was right after halftime.
Yeah. So halftime
They had
got
a
extended
blackout.
like another.
But
Yeah.
you know how
Half
many
hour,
blowouts in
40
the Super Bowl there were?
This one was just the Harbaugh.
Numerous.
There
There were
was
Yeah, but
numerous
back in the day, they couldn't
blowouts.
do that.
yeah.
What? They couldn't pull a plug?
There were conspiracies. Seattle did crush them. Yeah.
San Francisco crushed Denver. Washington crushed Denver.
Damn, Denver.
Yeah.
poor
You know,
Denver.
there was
Yeah, how many
There-
did Elway lose?
I know.
Two.
Wasn't it
He only
bad?
lost
Too?
two.
Bad though. They were bad.
in the 80s. He lost two.
But
the-
I
yeah,
mean, San Fran
Washington
was
put
kind
up a
of-
35 spot in the second quarter. So was that Doug
the
Williams?
Hogs.
It was in the late 80s. So yeah, I guess that was Doug Williams. Yeah.
I can't think of any more. The Illuminati. That's another one.
Illuminati. Come on, you're on TikTok all day. What's some good conspiracy theories?
The Truman Show. That's a good one too.
Santa's not real.
Whoa.
Then what you
I'm
just
just asking.
If
Blew
I
us
can't
up.
go
Conspiracy,
scuba
it's
diving,
conspiracy.
then what has this all been
you
about?
just blew us up, man.
No kids are watching. I
There was one
hope.
with the Jets I saw.
You gotta do when you talk.
There was something with like Joe Namath. They said Joe Namath made a deal with the devil before the Super Bowl, and he was like, "If you let me win this game, you never have to bring anything good to this franchise again."
That's
Well,
worth it.
the devil
Rodgers.
The devil upheld his end of the bargain.
That could be true.
He did guarantee to win,
He did guarantee the win.
and they were 18-point underdogs.
Good one.
Are we run by a secret society and not
The Illuminati.
Yeah, it's the Illuminati.
7 families run the country?
The what the hell's that
I-
rich banking family?
Oh,
The Rothschilds.
The Rothschilds. They like control everything. They control the world secretively, not so secretively.
What's the old thing next to City Hall?
Yeah,
Wanamaker Building.
Yeah.
They're one of the top 7 families, right?
I know the
Wanamaker?
I know the
No.
Rothschilds were like number one, right?
No, Wanamaker got bought out by Macy's.
You know the Rothschilds
Years ago.
right? You don't know the Rothschilds?
No, I don't think the Wanamaker.
the dude, the original
I don't
Rothschild,
think
he
so.
pretty much created banking, and just went.
I'm
from
not
there.
even sure if they were a
And now
top
they
family in
own-
Philly.
They own like every major
alone the
news
world.
corporation, every bank, but you never hear of them because they're secretly running the world. You know?
I
And
can believe that.
they're the richest family in the world. They're richer than the royal family. They're not the
The royal
Rothschilds.
family is not rich.
I've heard this, but like they're still the royal family. Like they'll
My
never.
dad likes to say they're the biggest welfare recipients.
Yeah,
They are.
They live
They
off the
are.
dole.
They are.
They live
Of
off
the-
the
of
dole.
the government
dole.
of the
But
country.
you know they don't ever have to worry about another meal or a roof
Yeah.
over their head.
They did nothing to deserve it though.
No, but you know
Their ancestors. maybe
that's
years-
why-
Yeah,
years ago,
the royal
when they were killing the
family.
dragons.
that's why that's why we broke away from that
If
stupid
Merlin the
shit.
Wizard was around. The royal family hasn't been relative for,
Ever.
I'm going to say,
A century.
100 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't been important in the actual running of the government.
You
in
know,
the
it was
country in
awesome
100
when
years.
Ireland and Scotland celebrated parades with Queen Elizabeth dying. I thought that was so funny.
Well, if you know what the English did
oh
to
yeah,
the Scotch
I
and the
don't
Irish,
blame them.
then
They said they
you
had
can
like
understand why
they had
parades.
like a funny chant for it and all. I was like, this is great. And they did it in England. They did it in London.
Yeah,
was great.
remember the scenes in Braveheart
Yeah.
when they raided the villages?
Yeah, I
and
know.
strung people up in the barns and
Dude,
shit like that.
I was a history
That was
major.
that
I've
was
heard of
not
all this
that was
stuff.
not far from the truth. In
Yeah,
fact, it
you
probably
ever hear,
was the
You ever
truth.
hear Christopher Columbus?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to all the Italians out there. Not that good of a guy.
No, he was a bad dude.
And the people he was with and what he was doing, not that nice.
To bring it back to sports, you were talking about
Yeah,
soccer
sorry, I'm
chants.
sorry, I didn't
I'm
mean to
not,
go-
no, I'm not a soccer fan. But if they brought soccer chants to football, would you be into it?
No.
Because they have some interesting chants.
They have
No.
And,
good
like,
ones.
No.
It's kind of like college basketball. The college basketball
student
kids, they get-
sections
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
They get some good chants going.
No, the reason why they have chants at soccer games
Yeah,
is
it's
because they're
so
bored
boring.
to tears. You're not bored to tears at a football game.
You could be a 3-0
Some
game.
of them are good though against like when your opponents are there. And
Yeah.
I don't.
Nah.
I would have to hear him.
how about the wave
No, like
at a sporting event?
it happens at every Phillies game I go to, and I just deal with it.
They
Like
tried to get it going at the one
They
that we
did
were
get
at,
it.
and they did get it after a while. But
I think I'm just
to
over.
be
it.
the first guy to try to start the wave,
I will never.
It's a
one guy
West
was
Coast
trying
thing.
For like 5 minutes straight.
It's a West Coast thing. I
think
just never got
there-
into it.
Every game you go to, there's that one drunk guy who's like, "We're going there, going."
Come on,
and-
everybody get up!
Yeah.
And then he
What-
yells at you if you don't.
Yeah,
What I want to know is when did Citizens Bank Park become Wrigley Field?
huh?
Throwing ball
With
back.
the ivy in center field and
Oh,
throwing
stop.
the home run ball back.
Stop. They all do.
Why
it.
who all do it?
Every away stadium I've been to, they've thrown away.
But
they've thrown back.
Chicago started
Yes.
at Wrigley Field.
So
Why do we have to throw back a home
you-
run ball
you
from
could
the
say
visiting
that about
team?
any teams,
But why do we have to do it?
because Chicago started it.
Right. It should be a Chicago thing.
It
Not
is.
everybody else thing.
It is.
If pick somebody. If Shohei Ohtani hits a home run and I catch it,
Yeah,
I ain't throwing it
I'm
back.
keeping that thing.
okay. If the third baseman from the Cleveland or what are they called now?
Guardians.
Hits a home
Almost
run,
got us canceled there. Shoot.
hits a home run, and I catch it. Guess what? I'm not throwing it back.
Yeah, I don't. That's Jose Ramirez, by the way, and he's pretty good.
Okay. The backup center fielder from the Cleveland Guardians
Yeah,
hits a home run. I'm not throwing it
I
back.
don't blame you. No, stop. He's been good. I don't got any more conspiracies though,
No more conspiracies.
but they are great, and I highly recommend that Flat Earth documentary on Netflix.
Birds aren't real. Yes or no?
Thank you. Oh, is the Earth flat or round? Okay.
Damn, I thought we got 'em.
They must be.
They've been polluted.
They've been educated, brainwashed.
Polluted by school. In college.
Damn Catholic schools.
All right.
Oh,
Ah.
More wheels or doors?
that's a good
Question.
one.
I saw this somewhere on the internet.
This was during the COVID days, I think, wasn't it?
Yes,
Wheels.
because some doors require wheels.
Which ones? I've never seen a door with wheels.
Did you ever see the barn doors?
Barn doors.
There's wheels.
Oh.
You
Does
gotta
it
slide down
a
the-
gate count as a door?
I think any
Because there are gates with wheels.
there's like any. Wasn't there? What was the chairs one too? Wasn't there a chair one? Nah, there's a chair one too. I thought something with
I
chairs,
don't know.
but I don't know. I feel like there's more door. I feel like
I don't know.
you gotta have a door for like to get in anywhere. Like,
Yeah, but usually when you get in that somewhere, there's multiple wheels in that somewhere. You get
where's a
into.
wheel? Where's a wheel in your house right now?
Nate's sitting on 4 of them right now.
Alright. But there's
There's
like
five of them,
1, 2,
and they're
there's-
actually doubled, right?
there's
wheel-
there's
they're
five
double casters.
appliances.
there's 5 doors, 6 doors here.
There's wheels that the chairs are sitting on. The swivel's
That's
a
not
wheel.
a wheel, is it?
Ball bearings. That's ball bearings.
But for every 4 wheels, there's four doors.
What about a tractor
True.
trailer, an 18 wheeler?
True.
Legos.
Oh,
Maybe maybe the wheels have it. Maybe they have it.
The wheels are spoken.
Yeah, let them go. Yeah.
Does this count as our first official audience show?
Yeah, maybe.
Live audience.
Yes, a live audience.
Yeah.
What about The chicken or the egg
The egg.
comes first.
The egg. Are those conspiracies though?
Those
or
are
just-
That's not a
conspiracies.
conspiracy.
But then now I feel like we're getting into like the sandwich hot dog
yeah.
conversation.
How many holes does
I-
a straw
I
have?
was just gonna say that's the one that the
One
Kelsey
or
brothers
two?
argue about. Is it 2 holes in the straw or 1?
It's one.
2.
It's
No,
one.
it's
It's
one.
one
One
straight
continuous
through.
hole.
1 at each end.
No, it's
No.
one straight through.
Who said 1 and who said 2?
I say 1.
I
No,
say
no,
one.
no,
I don't know what
Kelsey.
Jason and
I say
Travis
one.
said.
I say one.
It's 1
2.
continuous hole.
2. 1 at each end.
2.
Nate,
He's like, this is going on too long.
girls.
They said one.
Ah. All right, go back to what you were doing earlier.
There's 2 openings, but it's 1 hole.
Yeah. Why would you cut 2 holes instead of just going straight through for the straw?
2.
It's one.
2.
Nate's really thinking about
Brody, you're a
it,
2,
too.
right?
Yeah, I said 2.
Mocha, you might be the tiebreaker. Where you at?
Bark once for
Bark
once.
once for one.
There you go.
Think about that one. We'll bring it back. Everybody do your homework. Do your research. All right. Think we're good?
I think we're
Good,
good.
good stopping
I
point.
think we can wrap it up. I have to
As-
save my notes for another week.
As the Eagles season gets closer, because training camp will be in a couple weeks, right?
Is it still
End
2
of the-
weeks away?
I think it's the end of.
Yeah. No, they start in 2
They're going to
weeks.
announce that. It's like the biggest secret that's not a secret. They're going to announce the Jets are on Hard Knocks, I think, Sunday.
Are they
But everybody
doing,
knows it. It's the Jets.
Are they doing an in-season one again?
I don't know.
Because I was watching the Cardinals one. It kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I like the training camp Hard Knocks better.
It is.
Yeah. College starts in 3 weeks. College football.
A game?
Yeah, like
That's early August.
last week of August or middle week of August, something like that. It's like
So
low level
That's
college.
5-6 weeks away.
Yeah, something like that. All right, like a month away.